Well, Sabbath greetings to everyone. I hope you've had a wonderful week. We have had a really good week here in Sussex. For the most part, it's been a really good week. Um, we had a wonderful time at the KC weekend. I mentioned a little bit about that in the Bible study, the introductory comments in my Bible study last Wednesday night. But I'll just mention it here. We did have a fantastic time in Kansas City. It was probably the best KC weekend that I can remember. It was really a lot of fun, very well done. A lot of work went into it. So I appreciate everyone who put all the work into that to make it so enjoyable for everyone who traveled there to the area. So we did have a wonderful time. We're looking forward to being in Joliet. I'm not going to make this very long-winded tonight. We've got to get to bed early tonight because we've got to get up really, really early to head down to Joliet for services there. And then after that, we'll be headed up to Chicago to take care of services before traveling back home. So I'm looking forward to that, but I've got a few things on my mind, and just wanted to ask, how are you feeling? That whole concept of our feelings, how are you feeling? We often describe them as, what kind of mood are you in? When we come to the Sabbath, it's one of those things where we really need to get into a Sabbath mood where we can really just kind of appreciate the opportunity to rest our minds from the challenges and the struggles of the week. Maybe we're dealing with issues at work or career situation or whatever it is. We need to take the time during the Sabbath to let go of those things and try to get into a mood, if you will, a feeling, if you will, of appreciation for the Sabbath and for the understanding and the knowledge that we have, that we've been given by God. And, one of the most challenging things that we're faced with in life, in my humble opinion, is the balancing of our emotions and our feelings. It's important to balance our emotions, to balance our feelings. Proverbs 29 and verse 11 says that a fool vents all his feelings, but a wise man holds them back. Sometimes we're tempted to just vent all of our feelings, just let everything go. Whether that means, answering someone else who's being difficult, or just, letting things kind of pile up to the point where then we just want to vent all of our emotions and vent our feelings. But it says here that a wise man holds them back. We hold them back so that we can think through and sort through those emotions. And it's a great time, and I think really one of the reasons we have the Sabbath is to kind of think through the week and think about how have we been doing in terms of our emotions. How are we feeling? Have we been grumpy? Have we been excited? Have we been at peace? Or is there, maybe something we need to do to get a little bit more balance in our emotions? There's another extreme that's. By the way, this word here for feelings, it comes from the same Hebrew word where we get wind, or to breathe. And this is, if you look the word up, it says to breathe, and then later on it says like a tempest. So this is not talking about just venting. This is like a wind just kind of gets worked up, and then we just start venting everything, and that's not always the best way to handle things. We need to control those things. A wise man holds those things back. Meditate on them. Don't let those emotions rule us. And that's something that, again, is part of the challenge that we face in this life. Another extreme, though, is it's found that the principles found in Ephesians 4:19, where it says that there are those who are past feeling. They're past feeling. To become, if you look it up, it means to become apathetic. To cease to feel or to grieve. They just sort of give up on feeling anything. We've been built with those feelings and those emotions. And we've been built in, as we're called, we have that built-in challenge of learning how to balance those things. And that's what we're doing, and we have the opportunity every Sabbath to kind of fine-tune those things. When we come around the brethren, or are we, sort of a tempest and we just start venting everything, or are we really being very cautious and being wise and holding certain things back? It's not wrong to have discussions and to discuss things with people at church and that sort of thing, but to just be able to catch that balance in our emotions and take time privately to meditate on where we're at emotionally and with our feelings, and trying to gain that kind of balance in life so that we can deal with relationships better, and so we can have more peace and be able to control those feelings, control those emotions. It's Satan who really wants to stir us up and get us to where we're just kind of either venting everything or just past feeling altogether. There's a balance in there, and that's what we're trying to strike, and I hope you can give some thought to that. I'm certainly giving some thought to that here on this Sabbath. I hope you all have a wonderful and peaceful Sabbath, a wonderful Sabbath where you have the opportunity to reflect, to spend time with those of like mind. It's a wonderful opportunity. I always look forward to these days. It's kind of, yes, it's a long day, it's a lot of traveling, and it's hard on the kids sometimes, but it gives me the opportunity to give a couple of different sermons. I don't give the same sermon, but it's good for me. It's good for me, and it's an opportunity. I probably couldn't do it every week, but it gives me a good opportunity to speak on a couple different things and really reflect on different things here this Sabbath, and relay a couple different messages. So I hope you have a wonderful Sabbath wherever you plan to keep it. I hope you have a wonderful upcoming week. I already sent out some announcements for the Sabbath, but I think I need to send out some more. I forgot a couple of fairly important things that I wanted to mention in the announcements. I got in a hurry. So I'll send some more out, and we can have an addendum to the original announcements, and I'll get those out very soon. But I hope you have a wonderful Sabbath. I love you all. Take care. Have a great Sabbath, and we'll see you again real soon.